Question 12. I call on the Honourable Member for Onchan, Ms Edge.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'd like to ask the Minister for Education, Sport and Culture if he'll make a statement on his department's lifelong learning strategy.
Call on the Minister for Education, Sport and Culture to reply.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'd like to thank the Honourable Member for Onchan for the opportunity to report on this important commitment given by the Department as part of the programme for government. Recognising learning in different settings has been the starting point for this strategy. The first step has been taken in collaboration with a range of stakeholders to develop the use of a common language to frame broad, transferable employability skills. Skills such as teamwork, problem solving, communication, resilience, the ability to learn and self-awareness are being developed by individuals. The ability to articulate examples of where these skills are being used helps individuals unlock the idea that learning is not just lifelong, but also life-wide. The use of this concept has been progressed through annual events such as the Employment and Skills Conference and the work of careers advisors, junior achievement and other providers with the department, as well as curriculum developments in schools and at UCM. The vital importance of these transferable employability skills to our community has been brought into a sharp focus by the COVID-19 global pandemic. Currently, officers from the Department of Education, Sport and Culture, Treasury, Department of Enterprise, Cabinet Office and the private sector are exploring how a common approach that sits around employability skills can be developed further to support learners in both education and the world of work. Lifelong learning that meets social and economic needs, both now and in the future, will continue to be a development priority of the Isle of Man Government. 3 key motivators for learning throughout life have been identified as learning for change, learning for work, and learning for you. The next phase of the work on the lifelong learning strategy will be around how the Department of Education, Sport and Culture can support a cultural shift across our island so that all forms of learning are recognised and celebrated, and importantly that people are encouraged to learn throughout their lives. Motivation to learn will need to be supported by funding to maximise opportunities, including the development of sector-specific technical skills, as well as helping to reduce barriers to learning. UCM has already developed increased capacity and a range of courses to meet the challenges we face due to the current pressures caused by the health emergency and resultant effects on employment and our economy. The initial work of the Economic Recovery Group provides both a political and social imperative and a platform for cross-government working to support the longer-term development of an Isle of Man lifelong learning strategy. Skills training, upskilling and reskilling are all important components, and a range of public and private sector providers will be required in order to meet the needs and aspirations of our population. The development of specific skills will be essential as part of the efforts to tackle climate change as we reposition our economy to achieve a net carbon neutral goal. I'm grateful to the new MHK for Douglas South, Mrs Claire Christian, for accepting the challenge of leading the development of this strategy. With her past experience in education, private enterprise and public service, I hope this House will support her in developing a strategy which will involve all of government to provide learning opportunities for all of our people. Thank you.
Supplementary question, Ms Edge.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I thank the Minister for that comprehensive answer. He did mention stakeholders, and that stakeholders have been involved in learning change, learning work and learning you, three sort of comments that you made. Who were the stakeholders, Minister? Can you confirm that there was a good cross-representation, bearing in mind the Beeman's report and previous situations? And is the Minister aware that in 2017-18 and 2018-19, a member of a school was seconded to the department to deliver a lifelong learning strategy? Where is that strategy, Minister?
Minister to reply.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I thank the Honourable Member for her comments. In terms of stakeholders, yes, we've already been talking to a whole range of people, and will continue to do so in the not only in a spirit of openness, but also because that's the way you get a lifelong learning strategy. In terms of the previous strategy, yes, I'm more than aware of that. I've met with the individual involved and thanked him for the considerable amount of work he put in the past, and that's formed the basis of the strategy that we're now working on. Thank you.
Supplementary question, Ms Edge.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The Minister didn't actually, he just said there's a whole range of stakeholders. Can the Minister confirm that he's got a good representative of qualified teachers that are currently working in the system?
Minister to reply.
The stakeholder engagement is an ongoing scheme. We will broaden it to everyone involved in education, including teachers and lecturers at UCM.